They have the biggest testicles relative to body size of any male on the planet.
Hey everyone, Slayer here to introduce Nasty and Friends from BDC Studios, a podcast where two friends who met in the Army Reserves get together and talk about shit. One's a firefighter and the other has a funny laugh. So sit back, get rid of your kids, and hold on to your because it's about to get nasty, friends.
Welcome to Nasty and Friends with Pagnasty and Spicy Motherfucking Brown.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Nasty and Friends podcast. This is a special edition. This is Quarantine Calls 2. So right now, if people are wondering, we are in a worldwide lockdown because of the COVID-19 virus. A lot of people are quarantined. Me and my co-host, Pagnasty, are just trying to do our part to help America and more help the world by releasing our podcast, while this is going on. So, Pagnasty, what up?
Man, you know what? That's you're exactly right, man. It feels good to be doing something for the world. So, I'm glad that we can come together and not all heroes wear capes, but we're here for you guys. So
we absolutely are.
And we're glad to be here, man.
Absolutely. And I don't like to label ourselves, but I mean, if we're not fucking heroes, what the fuck would you call it?
Yeah, I don't know of the more perfect word than hero.
No, Pax, what up, dude? It's good to talk to you.
Dude, man, I'm glad to be back, so quickly. This nice turnaround. As of today is March 29th, Sunday. I will try to get it edited up and put up like late tonight. If not, I'll do it tomorrow. So I don't know. Whenever you're listening, that's what it is for us. And, I wanted to start off, QC2. As everybody knows, every podcast that we do is, it is a cooking show. So
that's what it's all about.
Yep. And I figured, we touch on some food because when we were trying to figure out when to meet up for this, you're like, I'm going to smoke some salmon, so it'll be ready in about an hour. So I want to hear about that salmon. How was it, man?
Oh, my God. Tremendous, dude. And, yeah, I'll get into it. So a lot has happened since QC1.
Yeah.
Okay. So we moved into a new house.
And you got fully moved because you had that big move. That was on Tuesday, right? This last Tuesday?
Yes, we had the big move on Tuesday. Shouts out to everybody that helped me move. I had, I think, 14 guys show up.
God damn, that's a lot. That's good.
Yeah.
A house full of like 4, plus a bunch of extra stuff, because you moved for.
Oh my God, dude. We have so much shit. So much shit. So here's the deal. Like, I'm lucky. I got some really good friends. And then a lot of them are firemen. So they're in pretty good shape and they like to work. You know what I mean? Guys don't like to stand around. They like to work. And I'm the same way. The worst thing is when you go to help somebody move and they're not even packed yet. So then you're helping pack. My dude Wesley, my buddy Wesley, that happened years ago when he was moving. I get there and it didn't even look like he was moving. And that takes the longest.
Nope, turn around and leave.
So, yeah, it's a nightmare. So and here's the deal. So we got into the house early, right? Probably 2 weeks early.
Yeah.
So we had 2 houses. So for 10 days or so, we were moving stuff here, truckloads, getting stuff set up, big stuff, little stuff, clothes, closets, shit like that. So we thought, as it was getting closer, I had probably 15 guys that were like, I'm in. And plus we work together, so we talk well together. We communicate well. We communicate a lot without talking. We're used to carrying patients down like 3 flights of stairs. You know what I mean? So we're used to lifting stuff. We work really well. So as it was getting closer, I was telling Camus like, hey, I might start downsizing this and telling a couple guys not to show up. And she's like, that's dumb.
That is a good call on her part. And get them there if you need them. If you don't need to send them at that point, but no, that's a great call. At
the point, yeah, it's dumb.
But I see why you would want to, because you don't want to be a burden on these guys.
No, but I figure if people show up and then it's like 4 guys, I'm like, what the fuck, man? Like we got to. But it's like if 20 guys show up, they'll be like, all right, I'll carry one thing and then I'll just drink a bunch of beer. So I had.
It should be.
The way it should be. So I got a 26-foot U-Haul just because I didn't know what the weather was like. They were calling for rain. And then I had 3 buddies that were bringing trailers. I canceled one because he was coming from Ashland.
Oh, okay.
And I was like, dude, you already come from Ashland. I got a U-Haul and 2 trailers. I almost canceled the 3rd trailer too.
Oh my
and then
God.
I almost canceled that dude and the 3rd trailer. And I was like, you know what? Fuck it. I had a bunch of cases of beer. My buddy brought his kid. We had our boys. So I bought pop, soda, water. And then, that morning it went down. Everybody showed up. We got moved out of it. But so here's the deal. So the U-Haul started filling up. Everybody's working. We had a team bringing stuff out of the patio because they had a walkout basement, out of the basement, up the hill into the U-Haul. And we had 1 trailer lined up in front of my house and the U-Haul in the driveway. So we were able to just keep working. And so we're going and shit just keeps coming out of the fucking house, dude.
Oh,
and I'm like,
God.
the U-Haul, and we had so much shit here, dude.
Yeah, you had already been moving for like a week or whatever it was.
One day, me and Javi went to the new house 4 times with my truck full of shit. So I'm like, we don't even have that much more stuff. Like, people are gonna be like, what the fuck? Why am I here? So no, right. Shit just keeps coming, and I'm like, Camus, I'm like, where's all this shit come from?
I bet I could see your face just like, Jesus Christ, how many more fucking boxes could there be? How many were like,
oh my God. We had everything either in a box, a banker's box, or just staged almost. Like all the bed frames were taken apart. Like everything there was nothing.
I was just like pick up and go.
Yeah, there was nothing we had to disassemble or disconnect, or everything was ready to go.
Perfect. You guys set it up. Perfect.
Yeah. So we loaded up the 26-foot U-Haul and 2 trailers and got everything moved. We were drinking beer 2 hours later.
Holy shit, dude. Yeah. That might be the best move of all time right there. Yeah.
And I want to say it was 14, but I think that's not counting. I don't think Javi or Tegan or Camus. I think I had 14 buddies, so it was 17 of us really. But yeah, dude, 2 hours.
That's fucking great.
From go to everything's in the house and we're in the garage and we cracked open beers. 2 hours. So,
dude, that's BDC Studios, fucking first class, nothing but. I appreciate it, man.
Yeah, man. A lot of love to those guys, and then we hung out for 2-3 hours just drinking beer and fucking around, and I'm really appreciative of that. And I help out when I've helped tons of friends move. Anytime I got a pickup truck. So that's the deal. Like, can you help me move a couch, or can you, whatever, or full moves, And then, so check this out. So everybody that showed up had they're all firemen, so most of them had a pickup truck. We put shit in their vehicles too. That's how much shit we had. We had a Jeep full of delicate computer stuff, some of the other TVs, and then we had people putting shit in the back of their pickup trucks. I don't know how we have that much shit. But we do, man.
It's great. Yeah, man, it's crazy how it all adds up, and then you're just so used to it, you don't see it, broken down like that. That's why, I know when we moved in this house, as I said, when we started accumulating shit, every time we would get a new piece of furniture, I've been like, that's gonna be a motherfucker to move if we move. I don't want to move for sure, but hopefully this will be the last move for you guys in a long while. So.
For a long time, man. Thanks.
Yeah, so that's great. Yeah, so you got there, and so how's the house coming together?
Oh, the houses. We love the house, man. So we've been grinding, dude. So right now I'm on furlough, which is my vacation, and this was my normal planned vacation.
How great does that feel, though?
It feels great because the move and because of what's going on in the nation right now.
Yeah.
Stress at work is amped up. Everybody's a little edgy. It's different for sure. Just like it's different for everything, for everybody.
Yeah.
Everything. Life is different, So just at work, it's the same, and it's more stress than usual, which is already kind of stressful job. So it feels great I'm on the clock right now. This is our first time ever podcasting while I'm getting paid, I think. So.
Oh, that's great, man. That's mark that in the Nasty and Friends history book.
Yeah, right, log that. But no, the house, we love the house. We've been, like I said, we've been grinding. I got off work. The next day, we finished packing. The day after that, we did a full move. And since then, we've just been, we've been going until, late night and then kind of relaxing. We've been cracking some beers but we've been moving. So right now everything is in place. Everything is unpacked. The wall hangings are up. We've been doing little stuff. But we're
you're
pretty
in a nice
much
sweet spot right now, man.
Yeah, if we weren't in a quarantine, people could be over here. That's how. I mean, their house is good to go, and it's just been a few days, so we've been crushing. Me and Camus, she's been crushing it. So
that's
that's
great.
awesome, dude. So anyway, today, so back to cooking. So I still have my Oklahoma Joe's horizontal charcoal smoker.
Mm-hmm.
And I use that for grilling, and then I got the firebox on the side, and I put charcoal in there and wood chunks, and then I smoke stuff with. It's awesome, but during the winter time, it sucks sometimes because it takes 45 minutes to get charcoal ready, even with it. And then people will be like, "Well, just get a chimney starter." I'm like, "Motherfucker, I have a chimney starter. It does." They're like, "It just takes 15 minutes." I'm like, "Dude, even if you have like a leaf blower, I mean, you could get it probably going in 15 minutes, but." It's not, and then Camus doesn't like fucking with charcoal.
Yeah.
She just wants something to push on. So I was going to get a gas grill anyway, just because that way in the wintertime, if we're doing 4 burgers, it sucks going downstairs, starting charcoal 45 minutes late, running up and down the stairs. And then she's like, well, the pellet grill was easier than the charcoal because I don't even have to worry about like exploding from propane or natural gas, whatever. So I said, well, if you want a pellet grill. So I was going to go back to a Pit Boss, but I see Oklahoma Joe's now makes. This isn't I'm not getting paid by Oklahoma Joe's.
Yeah, not an ad.
Out there. Not an ad. But I saw Oklahoma Joe's started.
If you want to talk.
Yeah, but hit me up. Yeah, we're not. Yeah, we're willing to talk.
At Nasty Friends.
Gmail. Or Twitter, whatever.
Yeah.
So I got
check them all.
Yeah, we'll be looking for them. So Oklahoma Joe's, I think I got the smaller one. It's the Ryder 600.
Okay.
600. I call it the 600. It's a pellet grill. It's dope. I used it for the first time today. So I finally seasoned it, got it ready yesterday. We were going to do burgers, and it was like a hurricane mile-per-hour wind. So we did Salisbury steaks over mashed potatoes and corn, and it was tremendous. But,
dude, that's great.
But it is great. But I you know how it is. You get a new grill, you want to use that shit.
Yeah.
So we had this salmon, and I said, I'm going to smoke this salmon. And we've been busy, so I did a dry brine on it, which for poultry, chicken, you have to brine. If you don't know that, we're telling you this. We're experts. Hit us up. You have to brine poultry and fish. You just have to do it. So I didn't. Ideally, I would have brined it from 12 hours, maybe 24 hours for salmon. But I just was able to do maybe 6 hours. So I did.
Hey, at least you got it in, though.
I got it in. I did about 2 cups of brown sugar, I think a cup of kosher salt, and then a couple teaspoons of black pepper. So I washed off the salmon, patted it dry, put the dry rub on there, sealed it, let it dry, let it sit in the fridge for like 6 hours, rinsed it off real good, and then let it air dry so it builds that film on there, the pellicle or whatever. And then, so I got the smoker going. I had apple pellets.
Oh.
And mixed with a little bit of hickory pellets. And then I just smoked it for, I think, 2.5 hours. And then it got to around 135. And then I didn't rub it, and I didn't put a glaze on it this time. And we had some mango habanero salsa.
Oh,
and then we had,
dude, that's one of my top 5 favorite salsas of all time.
Oh, it's so good, dude.
It doesn't matter where it's from; it's usually pretty fire.
Yeah, this was Miss Renfro's or some shit.
Okay,
Camus got it. So we had that, and then we had that Dia del Sol from Shouts Out Volcanic Pepper.
Dude,
now
shout out always.
Yeah, we'll plug them forever.
Yeah, that's the best hot sauce on planet Earth. You guys know.
Yeah, volcanic peppers. And then we just had that over some, I think, jasmine rice with some asparagus and then some French bread. And that was it, dude. It was one of the healthiest meals we've eaten in a long time.
Oh, that's great. So not only are you, like, breaking in, a new house, you got a new grill, dude, you're doing it up right.
Yeah,
that's
dude.
Great. And that sounds absolutely delicious, dude. I love salmon. Like, we took up salmon a lot. J-Pack does. She always makes like this great like lemon salmon, and it's just looking fantastic. So, yeah, we had tonight. We had T-bones.
Oh,
so,
shit.
Yeah,
well,
they were
on the pellet grill?
Yeah, reverse seared them on that thing. So,
damn.
yeah.
Can you explain how you did them? Like, I'd be interested to know, like, what you put on them, because I know that varies differently from a lot of the people I talk to as far as steaks go.
Yeah.
And then if you could talk about reverse searing a little bit in case people have questions.
Yeah, and I am like the most rookie at this at all. I just had like Vito just text me how to do it, and I just follow those directions. So
shout out Vito.
Yeah, 'cause he's great. We'll get him on again, and he can talk all about, like, he's really stepped up his game a lot lately. So
okay.
So we just, since this is a cooking show, so we just had like T-bone steaks. So what we did is we got them out on Friday, just let them thaw out, and then I just put a basic rub on it. I don't even remember where it's from. I believe it's from like a local spice shop. It's like an actual steak rub that comes pre-mixed. I don't make my own or anything. I'm not that fancy. So usually, so we put that on, pat it down, and usually, like for my steak, I'll dice up like a jalapeno, and or as you pronounce them, a jalapeno.
Yeah.
And I put that on my steak and then let that sit overnight, like on my T-bones, and sometimes ribeyes. I just like the spice, that it gives to it.
Yeah.
But I do not. I just cut up my last one from our garden last year that was frozen up, so I don't have any more, and we haven't been to the store to buy. So, and side note, I think JPEGs and I we're looking to get a bigger garden, and I think we're gonna try get or we are gonna plant a bunch of jalapenos, but we're gonna try to make the candied jalapenos, like the ones that are I haven't really looked at the recipe, but they're sweet, and you can them and shit. So I would definitely have to do a lot more research when it comes to that. So, and we can get into that at some point, but we'll see how it goes. It might take 20 years to perfect. So I usually put like I said, the jalapenos on there. Then I try to do that the night before I'm cooking and just let it set completely overnight.
Okay. In the fridge, though, right?
Yep. Nope. Overnight on the counter. Definitely in the fridge. And so then the next day, about an hour before I go to cook them, I pull them out and just let them sit out and just come up, not up to room temp, but just let them start warming up. I don't know why. It's just what Vito had said, and it just seems, I think it's probably just for a better cook or something. Yeah. So then I set and I have a pit boss, which is great. Again, not mad. And so I set that for 225. And at that point, throw them on there. And then we also had some vegetables. We had some zucchini and onions, and Jen spiced them up. And so we threw the vegetables that were just on just like a pan. And just let that smoke and then let it come up to temp. And so JPEG likes hers a little bit more medium to medium well, where I like mine rare to medium. And so I throw her steak on, and then hers is on about 20 minutes. And so what we do is you just get your temps in that. Not off the top of my head, I can't remember. Do you know what, I think medium is 135.
140. Yeah.
Or what, yeah. It was 35 to 140 or something.
I think it's a little higher than that, but you're right.
Yeah, but get within those ranges. So you get within 15, 10 degrees, within that range, and then pull the steak. So hers is on for 20 minutes, and then I throw mine on about, like I said, after hers is on there. And then it took about another 20 minutes of just the smoke, and they're right within the ranges. I pull the steaks, put them in the microwave, and then I crank up the pit boss to 450 degrees. Vegetables are still in there cooking. They're in there the whole time. And so once it gets up to 450 degrees, throw the steaks on there. And by this time, the grates are hot. And so then you're getting a nice sear on them. And it's about 2 to 3 minutes on each side. Pull them, and then they're ready to go.
Shit, dude, that sounds tremendous.
Yeah, and the vegetables come off at the same time at that point. And then and that's what we had, man. It was absolutely fantastic. So I've been thinking about these steaks for all week. We decided on Monday we were going to eat them Sunday night. It's every day. It's I can't fucking wait to eat that steak. It's so good. It's pretty easy. With the pit boss, it's it's pretty much I feel it's you do the timing, and my pit boss, I know where it cooks, and seems to nail it pretty much every time. So pretty easy on there. So if I can do it, definitely anybody can do it.
That's awesome, dude. That sounds great. Steaks are one of my favorite things for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I was I was curious to know like what you put on them, because I know some people are like, oh no, I just do light salt and pepper. Some people just do straight.
Yeah, I mean,
salt.
I'll do that every once in a while, but it's usually just like if we get. I think the place is called Savory Spice. It's in like Kansas City, and they like make like all their own spices there. And I think I've talked about them before, but I mean, you could buy kits for like popcorn, like you could buy stuff for like barbecue, and so it was just like their like steak rub that they made. And so yeah, it's really good. Like I said, I wish I had a jalapeno because I just love like this. It's just enough spice, like when it's cooked into it. Are you like jalapenos on your steaks at all?
I've never tried it, man. I gotta be honest. I do. I like to do. I do usually just like a steak rub. I'll throw on there because I like seasoning on there. I also I put my steak out hours, sometimes 3 hours before I go just to get them to room temp, because you don't have to worry about bacteria and stuff like that too much with beef.
Right.
I mean, they say any cut of meat, the closer to room temperature, the better. But if it's pork or chicken, like you can't do that. Or if it's a big cut of beef, like a brisket, you could leave it out for a little while, but you would have to leave it literally out overnight to get the whole thing to room temp. So I don't ever do that.
Okay.
I've done like wet rubs, like those, like I can't remember. I think it's KC Masterpiece or whatever, has like a Chicago style a steak marinade, and then they got like a New York style steak marinade. Sometimes I'll throw it a wet marinade in there. For a while, it's like overnight, and then pat it dry and grill it. But yeah, I like a good seasoning on my steak. I don't. You go to those older steakhouses in the city, and some of them are really good, but they just don't have, like, they just do a little bit of salt and pepper.
Yeah, 'cause a lot of those places, it's like just about the meat itself.
Right.
You know, like, you know, how good that is. And I don't mind, like, I'll eat it. Like, I don't have to do anything to it. You know.
Yeah.
Like,
I don't ever use steak sauce.
No, no, I never do either. I did as a kid. I was
Me too.
A picky eater as a kid, but
me too.
I never. So.
Yeah. If I grilled a steak for somebody, and then they're like, "Hey, you got like A1 or some shit," I'd be like, "Get the fuck out of here! Are you kidding me? You don't trust me?"
Yeah. Oh, did you bring your child?
Oh, and then no, I wouldn't get mad, but I'd be like, "Bro, like, you're too old, I think."
Right.
Unless it was a kid. If it was a kid, I'd be like, "Look, man, don't do that." But
right.
No,
yeah,
it's
this
all
is a
good.
learning moment.
Somebody's out there right now listening, like, these motherfuckers, man.
Yeah,
Fuck you
they're
guys.
dipping their like done steak in I don't know what the fuck they're talking about.
Well done steak and the ketchup. Yeah, these motherfuckers have no idea. And I still love to do the blue cheese dressing on top of the steak for burgers.
Oh,
and that's the blue cheese, feta, parm, butter, and little cream cheese. And just a dollop of that right before you pull your steak off and let it. Yeah, I love that. So that's good. Yeah. Yeah, and you're still loving the pit boss.
Yeah, man, it's doing great. We do like a lot of breakfast food with it.
Nice.
Like I said, we always do like breakfast nachos and then like breakfast pizzas. We figured out, like, if you ever do like a breakfast pizza, if you get like the crescent rolls, like pre-bake them a little bit. Like put them in like just a couple minutes, like 4 or 5 minutes before let the crust like bring up like just a little bit, because I feel like once you add everything on top of that, like at least when it's a pizza, it doesn't like fully, like you have to cook it for like quite a while. So if you pre-bake it, it really makes a really good crust on it. So we do that quite a bit. And yeah, man, I want to do like I've been talking about it for a while, but I want to do a pecan pie on there, a smoked pecan pie, just to see how it comes out. Just because pecan pie is my favorite pie of all time.
I love pecan pie, man.
Yeah, and JPEGs has a great recipe for one, so we just haven't done it. So but
yeah, and I know you use your. Oh, I know I would, and I know you use your pellet grill a lot, like an oven. And I really never did when I had mine. Now that I got this another one, I might start using it more as an oven for other stuff, other than like nachos and shit like that. Or I didn't even really do pizzas on it, I think,
Yeah. Yeah, we'll do pizzas every
start
once
doing
in a
it.
while, like especially during like the summertime. You don't want to turn your oven on and shit like that.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
you know, it's great for that. And yeah, it seems like it doesn't use a ton of pellets. I think it's pretty reasonable. So.
Right. Yeah, that's awesome, dude.
Yeah,
Right,
so that's just how we're surviving during this quarantine. So.
Feasting on steak and shit. Salmon.
Yeah, it could be a lot worse.
Yeah, it could be, man. Yeah, I felt like a schmuck earlier. Why? That's not unusual.
Right.
But when we were driving, it was today, and we were getting work done. Had to go back to the old house. We're still, cleaning that up, shit like that. And then I was like, man, I really want some wings right now. Like, I just want to get some wings and shit. We should be watching basketball. I'm like, it's probably they got to be around the championship rounds or Final Four. I don't know. And then I'm like, I felt like a schmuck, and I'm like, I'm pissed off because I can't eat chicken wings and watch basketball, but there's people who literally can't feed their children.
Right, yeah, or like afford rent, or...
Right, absolutely, or they don't have a job. But anyway...
but the thing is, man, it's easy to split there. For anybody who's like
absolutely.
doing, like, somewhat well, it's just like, it almost seems like an inconvenience, but, I mean, people are dying. It's definitely not that. And I think most people know that, but it's still just so easy. Just like, I just wish this was over. But
yeah, for sure.
I just keep saying it because it could always be worse. Just because like helps remind me that we got it pretty easy, at least where we're at. So
right, yeah, people have family members dying and like real problems.
Yeah, people who still got to work. Shouts out to like all the garbage people, all like the nurses, like doctors, and the truckers who are still getting shit across the country, so we can still keep the food supply going. That's like great. Shouts out to everybody.
Yeah,
insane. But crazy times. That's why we're here, people. Like I said, we don't like to throw the term hero around much, but we're here for your entertainment. So
right. Yeah, that's absolutely right.
I mean, that's again, we don't want to say. If you want to call us that, that's all right with me.
Right. That's just real talk. So yeah, and that's where it is. You want to see your friends. You want to go places. I know kids are losing it. People are starting to lose it. I think here we're doing fine. My daughter says she's doing good. People are hanging out. We haven't been watching a lot of shit, but at night we just start. I want to get into this with you because I want to know what you're watching. I got a couple questions for you, and then
let's do it.
But yeah, so at work we started watching that the Tiger King documentary. Have you started watching it?
I'm halfway through it. I have episodes 5, 6, and 7 left, or whatever, 5, 6, and 7. So I will be finishing it up within the next couple of days. I'll hopefully get to at least 1 or 2 episodes tonight. So I'm currently sitting halfway through it. So, and the only reason why is I thought I'm not much of a big like documentary guy. Like most of the time, if I watch documentary, it's because somebody told me about it. Like you told me, or I saw somebody was saying like don't watch or don't fuck with cats. Yes. I can't remember if like you had told me about it or like somebody like close to. I don't remember. And I was like, all right, I'll check it out. And I was like, holy shit. And then with Tiger King, I just like literally everybody is talking about it.
Yeah, I don't.
And so like I didn't want to watch it, but I was like, I would hear like every podcast. I'm a big podcast guy, as you know, which is still the douchiest term. I don't know why I keep saying that. Everybody like on podcasts is talking about it. I'm seeing like Facebook feeds, Twitter, like everywhere. And I was like, I'm just going to watch it, just so I kind of know what's going on, And I am enjoying it. Like, I think it's, very well done, and, we can get into it if you want. And I don't want to spoil it if anybody hasn't watched it yet. So,
yeah, dude, so I'm the opposite. Like, I love documentaries, and I've always been like that. I love true crime documentaries. I also love sports documentaries, like the 30 for 30s, HBO Real Sports. That's more of a series. But I love sports documentaries. I love true crime documentaries. And then I'll watch all sorts of documentaries, you know what I mean, about like social injustice, whatever it is. I like a really good documentary. Tiger King is not that to me. Like, I think it's fucking awful, man.
Right.
And that's the thing. Everybody, I saw it on my Netflix, and then I was like, not really interested. I think I saw it, and then a couple of days later, somebody at work was like, everybody's talking about this, like we should watch it, you know. And I said, yeah, like let's watch one, see if we like it. And then we were gonna try to watch a movie or something, and it was really busy. So we were like, fuck it, we'll just watch this off and on instead of starting a movie. We got through we only got through 2 episodes, you know, and so then I did callback. I've been working extra on my day off. I get callback. I work it's called callback.
Yeah.
So I worked a callback, and then they were talking about it. So I watched another 2 or 3 episodes there. So I think I'm right with you. If there's 7 episodes, I think I got 2 left to watch. But
okay.
It's entertaining, and it's insane how crazy these people are.
Yeah.
And then how much shit happens in this thing. But at the same time, like, there's way other better shit to watch. But the same thing on Twitter, like everybody's talking about it. Like this is like the best documentary ever, and I'm like, this documentary
what
sucks,
what don't you like about it? Let me ask you a question. Is it because they're white?
Yeah, no, that's funny, dude. I was not expecting that. I wasn't expecting that.
I was hoping. I was like, he's gonna have no idea what I'm gonna ask.
That's definitely not the reason.
Like, is it just like, because I don't watch a lot of documentaries, so I am enjoying it. I'm always about just like, what is the story about? Like, is it crazy? Is it, you know, how interesting is it? Like, that's what I base off of, and how well is it put together. So, like, to me, the story is just absolutely batshit fucking crazy.
It
and
is.
So I am enjoying the characters, and they're like over the top characters, obviously, but like how these, you know, it's like a real thing and shit like that. I am enjoying it.
It almost seems fake how crazy it is. You know
right.
I mean? I'm not saying not to watch it. I'm just saying I don't know what I don't like about it. I think it's I don't know.
Is it because everybody's talking about it, you're seeing it, you're watching it, you're just kind of like, it's you know, since you like watch all like these, you know, you're so.
Yeah, I think the three that I can remember that I watched before this were Don't F with Cats, and I don't know if we talked about this on QC1. I don't think we did, right?
We didn't talk about this, but I think we had talked about it at some point, but it might have just been like when we just talked on the phone. I don't remember.
Okay, so Don't Fuck with Cats to me was tremendous. If I had to recommend a documentary I've seen this year, is Don't Fuck with Cats. I didn't watch it because I didn't know what it was about, and if I would have just watched the first 10 minutes, I don't know if I would have finished it because it shows a dude like murdering a kitten, and it's like, well, I don't need to watch 3 hours of this.
Right.
You know, this seems fucking awful. But it turns into a worldwide manhunt. It turns into a murder thing.
Right.
And then I realized that when I started, people kept saying, you have to watch this. So I watched it, and I thought it was phenomenal. It turned into a murder show. And I listened to an episode of Sword and Scale about Luca Magnotta before years ago, and I was like, I listened to a podcast about this guy. That it's 3 episodes. I think it's 3 hours. I thought that was phenomenal. And then I watched the one that I talked about on QC1, which was the Gabriel Fernandez documentary, which again, really tough to watch, but really good documentary. It makes you think. It makes you want to wish better for the way society is. And then I watched the McMillions documentary about the McDonald's, the people that scam McDonald's. That was decent, but it was too long. Like, Netflix could have did it in 2 hours and it would have been great. HBO did it in like 6 hours, and
I've heard that. I've heard that from multiple people, like either on podcasts that I've talked to, that said it just feel like it was too long.
It was way too long. And I know, and so the thing is, I think shouts out Netflix. Netflix, like, here, we got this shit. You want it? Take it. Like, Ozarks just came out. I kind of want to get on Ozarks. Ozarks comes out, they're like, fucking take this shit. It's 10 episodes the first day. You know what I mean? You're like, oh, shit. Right. Okay. HBO drops 1 hour. You wait a week, watch another hour. And so Netflix would have dropped it 2 hours. You'd have been like, boom, that's all I needed to know. HBO, 6 or 7 weeks, they dropped this. There's all sorts of dialogue in there that doesn't have anything to do with anything. You're like, what the fuck are you guys doing? Like, clean this shit up. They don't have an editor. Like, why the fuck? What is this? So, but like I said, I'm a critic, man. You know that.
Yeah.
But it was still a great story. I'm sure they're gonna make a movie on McMillions, and it's a great story. I just didn't think it was that well done. So those are the last three I watched, and then going into the Tiger King, and I'm like, this is just a bunch of fucking crazy people. But I'm not done with it. But I don't hate. Is it Joe Exotic?
Yeah.
I don't hate him, but I don't like that other guy with the weird name.
The doctor?
Doctor, yeah.
Yeah, the one with the patch. No, dude, he's weird as fuck. Dude, he looks. I
don't like him. I think
I get serious, like, rapey vibes from that guy.
Yeah, he's like keeping young women. I don't want to ruin too much. I don't like him. Yeah. And then Carol Baskin. I fucking don't like her at all, man.
She is legitimately batshit crazy.
I think she's a murderer too.
Yeah, we won't get into it. Like, let's wait. Like, I want to finish it first, and then like here and like maybe like when we meet in person next time, like when we see each other, like when we're in the studio, we could talk about, and that should give people plenty of time to watch. I know, like I was talking to Mikey, and he was watching Ozark, and then he's gonna jump into Tiger King, and whereas I'm gonna finish Tiger King and then jump into Ozark. So I like, not that I'm like looking out for him or anything, but just anybody, because like I said, I was kind of late to it. Like I was just putting it off, and I just kept seeing everybody talking about it. So I was like, all right, I'll watch it, and I knew I would like it. Like if everybody's talking about it, I'm like, I like most of that shit. So
that's here's the deal. Like it's okay, but the thing is, everybody in the world is in quarantine right now. So everybody is like looking for something to watch. So they're like, oh, if anything would have dropped right now, they're like, oh, this is fire. Everybody's talking about.
Did you see that meme? It was a meme of President Trump whispering into, I don't remember whose ear, but it.
Oh yeah, I just it is such.
Where they just like drop the tiger dog.
Yeah, Mr. President, everybody's scared, and he's whispering to Pence, drop that tiger documentary. Yeah.
Is that who? What was it, Pence? I didn't remember.
No,
it doesn't matter. You get the.
I think it was, dude. Yeah, that's so funny, man.
Yeah.
So, hey, who knows, man? Maybe we'll finish the final 2 episodes and be like, you know what? That was a masterpiece. I take back everything bad I said about this documentary. I doubt it. I really doubt it.
Yeah, I think at this point, if you don't like it, you're not going to enjoy it.
I shouldn't be that tough. It's enjoyable. It's a good story. It is a well done documentary. It's not like it's cheaply made or anything like that. I don't know why I don't love it, but
hey, man, sometimes shit like that just doesn't hit. Like it's like what you like.
Fuck, you people have time right now. A lot of people have a lot of time.
Yeah.
It is 7 hours, but fuck, you could bang that out in a fucking day.
Yeah. I hear you.
So anyway,
white people.
Enjoy your white people shit. Right? So I have been watching Ozarks. I'm not going to get into it because you haven't started it yet. But for people who aren't familiar, Ozarks is a Netflix series starring Justin Bateman and Laura Linney, and it takes place in Missouri in the Lake of the Ozarks.
Shouts out.
And shouts out Lake of the Ozarks. And they are money launderers for the Mexican cartel. And this is season 3, so shit's been crazy the first 2 seasons. One thing I don't like about Ozarks is they wait like a year and a half between dropping seasons.
Yeah.
So like I forget, like going into season 3 the other night, like 100%, I could not remember anything from season 2. I'm like, I don't even fucking remember what happened.
Right.
We watched that 2-minute.
They got to do that recap thing though.
Yeah. We watched that 2-minute season 2 recap, and I was like, I remember that.
Right. Yeah. Just get it jog in. I've never been the type of guy like, hey, let me go back. And I've never had that one show like, let me go back and watch and get caught up before. You know what I mean? Like watch the season finale. Because there's people who will like watch the whole season before and lead up to it. Like I've never been like that diehard of a fan as far as that part goes.
The hardest show like that for me was Breaking Bad, where but I was watching that live, well, like we are now, I guess, with Ozarks. But I was watching that as it was happening. But that was a few years ago. I don't know if it wasn't on Netflix or anything. I don't know if you could rewatch this prior season, but I went back since and watched the whole show.
Oh yeah, I mean I've done that, but it's usually like with somebody. Like so, I did that with Breaking Bad because JPEG wanted to watch through, so I watched it through with her, and like that's like we're watching through The Office now. Yeah, I've never seen it all the way through, and I'd watch. Yeah, I watched.
I was gonna say I watched Breaking Bad with JPEG too.
No, hell yeah.
Yeah, The Office too. Yeah, I get it.
What's up, Shouty?
Shouty? No, I did watch Breaking Bad again with Camus, and we even talked about watching it again just because it's fucking tough finding shit to watch right now, I think,
Right.
Do you guys allegedly like stream any like movies and shit from any websites? No? Okay.
Nope.
If people do, let me know what you use, because I was on Kodi for a while, and then I was on Titanium. Titanium took a shit, so now I'm using an app called Cinema, and it's real easy to download on a Fire Stick. And so far, it's pretty allegedly, and it's pretty decent. And Kodi I'll still use for like fights. I got pull-up boxing and UFC, but for movies, I don't know what people are using right now. Cinema's the last thing I heard, and it works pretty decent. So if anybody has hit me up, like maybe slide in my DMs. Don't put that on. But so anyway, with Ozarks, season 3, episode 1, I thought was okay. And then last night we got done doing shit all day, and then we sat down and we watched episode 2. And we watched episode 3, and I was like, holy shit really ramped up. So, like, tonight, we're for sure going to get at least one of those in.
Oh, that's great.
It's pretty good, man.
Yeah,
no bullshit.
I can't wait to get to it. So, I've just been kind of waiting. I was watching just off and on a nature documentary. One dropped on Netflix. It was...
oh, yeah, you high.
Oh, yeah, for sure. But it's like the world at night, and they just like film everything, and they have like thermal cameras, and like you can watch like cheetahs hunt at night and shit. It's pretty fucking. Yeah, there's like 6 parts of it, and so I think I've only watched like the first couple. I'm about halfway through it or something like that. But so that's the one I was watching before I jumped into the Tiger King.
Yeah,
other than that, just our normal shows that come on, and I've been you've been getting into that Little Dicky show, Dave.
Oh my God, dude! I'm glad you brought that up, man. So,
dude,
the other night I was looking for something to watch. I was tired, so I'm like, I'll just watch something, and then, so I watched episode 1 of Dave on Hulu.
Oh,
I thought it was great, man. I thought it was great.
Oh.
You watch it?
Oh hell, dude! I absolutely fucking love it. It's on Wednesday nights.
Okay.
It's on like FXX, and it's on Hulu on Thursdays. If you have a Hulu site, and you can watch it. But it is absolutely phenomenal. I love it for a couple of reasons. One, I absolutely love Little Dicky. He is fucking phenomenal. He's a great rapper. I love like what he raps about. Like his like. If you haven't heard of just YouTube him, he's fantastic. His freestyle on Sway in the Morning was absolutely. He has 2 of them on there that are great.
I think he's a top 5 rapper, man.
Dude, he's fucking absolutely phenomenal. So this, his show is called Dave, and it's about his life. It's about him becoming a rapper, and it is so well done. And so I love him. And then I also love Andrew Santino, who's a stand-up comedian, and he's the redhead in the show.
Oh, okay. Yeah, buddy.
I listen to his podcast, and he like opens up for Rogan, and he's headlining now. And he's fucking hilarious, and so like I know him, and so I like the fact that he's in the show and he does so great, and it's just a hilarious comedy, and I love that it's on FXX, so they could drop the F word, they like to do like all the sexual stuff that they do. It's just fucking perfect. I look forward to it every Wednesday, man. It is so fucking good.
Yeah, if I wouldn't have watched it the other day, I would have been excited to hear this. But yeah, I didn't hear anything about it. I didn't hear anybody talking about it. I'm with you. I love Lil Dicky. So I didn't know what to expect. So I was like, it's 30 minutes. I'll watch this before I go to bed. And, dude, I was really, how would I say it? Like I was pleasantly, surprised. Like all this, I'm definitely going to keep watching this. But like I said, we watched some Ozarks, and we've been busy during the day. Like we usually haven't turned the TV on until it's dark out, So
right. I also love when shows like that do like serious topics, like in their own way. So, are you caught up on the show? Have you watched all the episodes, or have you only watched the first?
On Dave?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I just watched episode 1, and then I want to keep watching it, but so far I've only did 1 episode.
So I think it was like episode 3. Or I don't remember. One of the episodes they did like some like it's like kind of like a serious one on like mental illness and stuff. And so it's just like their take on it and stuff. And it's also, you know, like has funny parts and shit. So just when a show like does that and like focuses on like something like that, I love, you know, when they do it. And I think there's 10 episodes in total in the season, and I hope he gets another season, man. Like, just based off of what I've seen so far is absolutely great. I cannot recommend it enough to anybody.
Like, another reason, like like I was in my truck, and I listened to this Sirius radio, and they talk way too much. Like, there's a song, and then they got to talk, and then I turn the channel because I want to hear music. But the lady was like, oh, yeah, we're in the quarantine. Check out. They're talking about the fucking Tiger show. Like, talk about that's why, like you said it earlier, maybe a fan said it. Somebody said we were heroes, whatever. It is what it is. But, yeah, we're out here telling people, hey, yeah, check out Dave. Check out real shit.
Yeah.
Like, fuck that. The Tiger King show, watch it. Yeah, sure, if you have time. But there's better shows out there.
Listen, you can enjoy it. It's very possible to enjoy it. But when you find a show on your own, nobody tells you. Nobody suggests it. You don't fucking see it on Twitter. You don't see it on Instagram. You don't see it on Facebook. You don't hear it on the radio. You don't hear it on podcasts. You know, you find it on your own, man. It's just that much better. So the fact that you stumbled, quote unquote, stumbled into Dave is just absolutely great. I follow him on Twitter, so that's how I found out about it. So
yeah, I've seen it. I knew there was a show, and I didn't know it was even on Hulu or whatever. And then I just decided after 1 episode, I'm like, oh yeah, I'm gonna keep watching this for sure. Just since we're moving and shit like that, we haven't been watching a lot of TV. But normally, I would have banged through 5 episodes or however many they would have been easy. But and I will. Another couple of shows that I love, dude. I don't know if you know this, but Impractical Jokers. I don't know if you watch that or not.
I do. I don't watch it like I know people love it. I enjoy the show and I laugh my ass off when I watch it, but I don't like watch new episodes or anything. Like if it's on, if I see it, there's, you know, I'll turn it on. But I get the appeal of it, and I love all those guys, and I laugh my dick off. I enjoy it, but I like I said, I've probably never seen one season all the way through or anything like that.
Okay. So back in the day, I used to watch it all the time. I'd record it, watch it. I love it. I haven't seen the movie yet, but I love those guys. They're still doing it. So I just recently got the True TV app on Amazon, and I started watching. This is before the move. I started watching a couple episodes of the new season. It's one of those shows, man. Like, it puts me in a good place. Like, it makes me laugh.
Yeah.
I love it.
Great. Man. I mean, the formula and the thing that obviously makes it work is that they're best friends or friends.
Yes.
Like, you know, and have it, you know, like you could see that comes through, and that's why that show works. They are absolute. It's a hilarious show. The shit that they come up with and all their reactions to shit, fantastic.
It took me a while to watch it because I think a couple people had to tell me because they're like, oh, watch it. You got to watch this prank show on TV. I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? Like, why the fuck would I do that? That sounds fucking awful. Like, I don't want to. No, that wouldn't work. What was that show back in the day, man? It was a real popular prank show. Doesn't matter, but.
Are you talking about, wasn't it called Prank, the one with Ashton Kutcher?
No. This is way before that. This is, I guess when I was a kid, there was a prank show. It's probably a real obvious name, but anyway, prank shows I don't enjoy them.
Was it like a hidden camera one?
Sorry, I think so, man. I think so. It was like a primetime show. Okay. I don't remember what it was. I think the name of it, it doesn't matter. I'll Google it later. So I was against even trying to watch it, and then more people told me about it, and it's funny because they're not like pranking strangers or whatever. Because that isn't funny to me. Like, people are going to work and shit. You don't expect people to fuck with you. You might get shot, you know?
Depending, I guess, on how it's done. I mean, if you're like fucking with people, I don't mind it. But I do love it, since we're talking about Practical Jokers and True TV, like the Carbonaro effect, Michael Carbonaro.
I've seen a couple of those after
who's like a magician. Like that kind of fucking, I don't mind at all.
I don't mind that either.
Yeah, because most of the time it's like they're I don't know. It's like not. It is in public, but if you
Yeah,
never
they
seen
walk
it,
in-
it's a magic. It's a magic show, and maybe that's why I don't mind it as much. I don't know.
Yeah, and they'll walk into the store and he'll be like, hey, look at this. Can you help me with this? And then he'll do some crazy shit.
Right.
But yeah, I think Impractical Jokers works because they're fucking each other. They're not fucking with just random people, and they're fucking and trying to embarrass each other as hard as possible. And none of them are douchey. They really seem like good guys, and they except for Joe, they all seem like embarrassed. Really, like they get embarrassed, which makes it way more funny than if none of them gave a shit and they didn't get embarrassed easy. It wouldn't be that funny, but you could see the pain in their faces and the embarrassment, and they're like almost like normal guys. So that's what I think makes the show work. And it, like I said, that show puts me in it's one of those shows that puts me in a happy place. It makes me forget about things and like laugh. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Which we all could use of sometime.
Yeah, definitely.
So, but yeah, there was another show I had in mind, but real quick, I wanted to, and I got all the time you have, but I wanted to. I haven't watched the stand-up specials yet, but I wanted to see if you wanted to talk about them yet.
Oh, yeah,
Bert and Tom.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I fucking phenomenal. So yeah, 2 comedy specials as of right now have dropped that are out on Netflix, and it's Bert Kreischer, Hey Big Boy, and then Tom Segura, Ball Hog are the names of them, and they're both. Listen. They're some of my favorite comedians, so I love them. I listen to both of their podcasts. If there's a hidden joke in the stand-up hour, like something that they do on the podcast, I know if it's in the hour, like I'll hear it. I stumbling through that because I'm laughing. I'm just thinking about the name of Tom Segura's Ball Hog is like an inside joke on the podcast.
Okay.
Which is it's just so funny. So I know what some people might think that means to them is for sure isn't what it is. And so once you hear it in the hour on why he named it, it's just so fucking hilarious. And I knew that's what it was already. So that kind of inside jokes I love. So getting back to that, I knew I was going to absolutely love those hours. They were fucking both phenomenal. I laughed my ass off. The Bert Kreischer hour I loved because I've seen that. It's one of my, I will say it's one of my all-time favorite stand-up hours ever, only because I saw that hour in the club. I saw that hour in the arena, in person. And then so now I've seen it. It has one of my favorite bits of all time. And then I've talked about it on the podcast before. I've mentioned it, but the Starbucks bit, it's not about Starbucks. It's just what happens at a Starbucks. It's it's Bert Kreischer's best bit he's ever wrote. And I love it. I had to pause it 3 separate times during that joke, so I wouldn't have to rewind it. And I knew the punchlines were coming because I've seen it in person twice, and so I have that connection. So to me, it's hard. It's I can't get that out of my head when I see it. So I knew it was going to be great. I just wanted to see how he filmed it and how it all came together from the first time that I saw it. And then Tom Segura, man, he took some big ass swings. I absolutely loved it. I don't want to give any premises away and stuff like that, but he's doubled down on some things, and it's just fucking absolutely great. I just shitting all over everybody. I love it. It's phenomenal, man. He's great. He's one of the greatest, man. I feel
absolutely. Absolutely.
He is. And you haven't watched either one, right?
No, and so I'm with you. They're probably 2 of my favorite comedians on the planet. And I think Chris D'Elia's got one coming out.
Yep, yeah, Chris D'Elia Payne, I believe is what it's called.
Yeah, Joe Rogan and Bill Burr are up there for me.
Yeah,
I'm a big fan of stand up. I have been since I've been a kid. But I think you're even a way bigger fan of stand up than I am.
Yeah.
So for you to say that those 2 are some of the best stand ups you've seen or heard in a while, that means a lot. So I know how good they're gonna be. So I'm just not ready. I've just been busy, and I have to be. And I know they're going to blow me away. I have to be in the right place. I have to. Right. Those are ones where I need an hour.
Yeah, so and you want to be focused on, because there's sometimes I'll watch an hour, then I just I'll watch it just to watch it because I love comedy. But if I'm not in the mood to watch comedy,
right?
And it's crazy. So
I know, even though it's stand up. like I have to watch it. Like I have to see their faces. I have to see the delivery. Like, so a lot of times I'm doing shit like in the house or whatever, and I'm not paying attention. It's just so when like I'm doing shit like that, I'll throw The Office on or Always Sunny, something I've seen before. But if I'm seeing a movie or like a stand-up special, especially two as big as this one, like I have to be, and I don't want to pause it and come back. I want to watch it. So I haven't watched either of them yet, but those are like the two things I want to watch the most when I start getting some more time, which we're pretty much settled in, and I got some time coming up, so I'm definitely going to get those in. But I mean, especially after hearing you say that, yeah, I can't wait to watch it, man.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, there's Fire. Like Netflix is putting out Fire, and then I watched.
Oh, for sure.
Daniel Sloss.
I know that's your guy. You recommended him to me, and I got through a little bit of it, but I think I was busy or something. But he's is he British or Australian? I can't remember.
He's from Scotland.
Scotland, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, where the fuck that is.
A great place from what I hear. I would love to visit that place one
day.
I
would too, man. I would too.
But you're right. I have no idea where it's at. No, but he's pretty great. So he has 2 hours on Netflix. It's called one of them's Jigsaw and the other one, I don't remember the name of the other one, but they're both phenomenal. He's great. His stand-up is a little different because he always likes to talk on like a serious subject. It's funny. And so he has one, which I didn't know he had one. It came out in 2019 and it came out on HBO, and it's called Daniel Sloss X. And it's like an hour and a half. And so he does like comedy, and then he talks about a very like serious subject. He still makes it funny, but it's more of like he kind of makes fun. He's like, it's more of like a TED Talk like part. But it is all great. I really enjoyed it. But I love, again, all different types of comedy, and so like just to see like a heavy subject, and it's obviously always very personal to him. Just like his twist on things. I really enjoyed that one. I've watched that one as of within the last couple weeks, I believe, as well. So
nice, man.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's awesome. Have you watched any movies recently?
Yes, we actually just last night. JPEX and I watched Rocket Man because she really wanted to watch it. That Elton John.
Oh shit, was it good?
Film. It's weird. It was good. Like, so I love Elton John. The music, it wasn't filmed like how I thought it was going to be filmed.
Okay.
It was more of, I guess, like a musical, if that makes sense. So, it like goes in, they like bust out in the song, and they like tell stories, like, you know, like they're part of the reason, like, how the songs were like written, and it's really hard to explain because I didn't get it at first. Like, I was kind of confused. So it took me a little bit, like, I would say halfway through the movie before, not that I knew what was going on, but before I can kind of like get a feel for the movie. Like I didn't feel comfortable with the movie till about halfway through, if that makes any sense.
Okay.
So
I got you.
I mean, I enjoyed it again because I like Elton John, but I think I don't know why you would watch it if you didn't like it. You know, but it's, so, I mean, it was all right. Again, music was good, but for me. What about you?
Yeah, I can tell right now I would not like that movie because I'm not a big Elton John fan, and I don't fuck with musicals whatsoever. Yeah. You know what I mean? The best musical I liked was Always Sunny, and I didn't even like that, and I love everything Always Sunny did. Movies, me and Javi watched the night before we moved. We watched the new Terminator movie, and I thought there's a new Terminator. You didn't know there's a new Terminator movie on? I don't know what it's called. Salvation, maybe. I don't know. It came out, I think, the end of last year.
If I remember right, I want to say that it got better reviews than what I thought it was going to get.
It's dope, man. It had good reviews, so I was like, I'll give it a shot. And then, I thought it was dope.
I thought it was going to be trash, like hearing about it, you know. Because I thought like maybe the one before wasn't that great or something. I don't know.
Yeah. So I'm not a huge sci-fi guy. I'll watch, I'll watch them, but I'm not a big sci-fi guy. So I watched the first two Terminators probably dozens of times, and then I think I've seen the third one, and then after that I don't think I've watched the full. I think this might be 7 or 8 or 6, I don't know. So there's a few I didn't even watch just because I'm like, I'm not about that life anymore. This one got good reviews. Me and Javi watched it, and I thought it was dope, man. I thought it was really good.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah, so check that out. there's a movie on Netflix with Mark Wahlberg, who I'm not a huge fan of, but I think it's Spencer Confidential.
Yeah, it's an action comedy, right?
Yeah. I watched that. I thought it was good, man.
Okay. Yeah, Jay Pag's coworker told we had it in our queue, but she said the only review that I had heard was third hand from her. And she said it was really good. But I like Mark Wahlberg, and plus action comedy, like can't really go wrong usually. So. Oh
yeah, action comedy. Yeah, it's. I thought it was really good, man. His partner in crime in the movie, I can't remember his name, but he's the black dude. He's from Us, the husband on the movie Us, the Jordan Peele movie. I don't know. He's been in a bunch of other stuff. He's really good. Mark Wahlberg does good. Eliza Schlesinger's in it.
Yeah, I saw the trailer. I saw the trailer. She has a Boston accent, right?
She's really good in it, dude. Really good.
I heard she was good, but she does have a Boston accent, right? It's got to be because it's Mark Wahlberg. So, and I did not like it from when I watched the trailer, but I guess I wasn't expecting her to have it, so maybe that's why it was just a trailer. So,
yeah, don't expect I mean, I'll tell you what. If you already watched 5 hours of fucking Tiger King, you can watch an hour and a half.
You know what? Fair enough.
Don't expect it's no blockbuster movie, but it's solid, man. It's gonna keep you entertained the whole thing. It's got good action, and it's got a decent story, and it's got shit that'll make you laugh pretty hard a couple parts. So I mean that's the recipe.
That's all I was expecting. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, it's a decent story and it's good action. It's solid. I'll tell you what, it's solid, man.
Hell yeah.
So
go ahead.
Other than that, I haven't seen. Like I said, I haven't been watching too much stuff, but there's a couple movies I want to see. I've been hearing about the new Bad Boys movie.
Yeah, I heard that got really good reviews.
That got really good reviews, which is surprising, but I want to watch that. My daughter told me she just watched The Invisible Man, and I want to watch that. And then the movie The Hunt that just came out.
I don't think I know that one.
It's a horror comedy. I guess it was kind of violent or something, so it didn't. They pushed it back from release, and then the quarantine happened or something. So I think it was only in the theaters for a short time. But it's one of the most popular things that pops up on the app I allegedly use to watch movies on Fire Stick. But the guys at work are all trying to watch it, but when shit's too new, you can't watch it yet. So I do want to watch that one, The Invisible Man. Bad Boys came out in January. It's still not able to stream. I think it's too new, but there's a few movies I want to get to, but yeah, man. For entertainment, I think that's all I got. So,
yeah, man. Nice. Other than that, just excited to get through this. I want to tell you one fun fact about Tiger King that the documentary didn't tell you about.
Okay.
And I just found out. Actually, I found out about it just a couple days ago, and then that one friend of the podcast, The Degenerate, has been to that zoo.
In Myrtle Beach, or which one?
The one, the Exotic Joe one.
Jesus, what a sick fuck, man.
I have a picture. He sent me a picture. His mom, he told me, his mom was like, you have to find that picture, of me and the tiger. And he sent it, that day. He told me he was going to ask her, and he had it to me, just a couple hours later. Dude, his mom's efficient. It's fucking phenomenal. But yeah, him and the tiger. So I just wanted to let you know that I figured maybe you would enjoy it a little bit better.
I knew it was going to be good because you were laughing before. You couldn't get it out. And no, honestly, if you would have been like, hey, I got one friend of ours that has been there. If you guess who it would, I would have guessed Spencer.
Yeah, that's why I didn't want to ask, because I knew you would know.
What a sick fuck, man.
Yeah.
How is he not in prison?
Yeah, dude, it's a miracle, honestly. I mean, he is a degenerate. And I guess he did time. Did time in Oklahoma. What is it, jail? Might as well be. He did a stint in Oklahoma. Where it was. Yeah, he went there and has the picture. I'll send you the picture. I'm sure he won't mind.
Yeah, no, please do, yeah.
Shouts out. Thanks, bud.
Oh, yeah.
That is great.
That's hilarious, man.
Yeah, I think I can hear JPEGs with the kids here. I'm going to try to help get them in bed. So
yeah, no, dude,
we're getting
it's
close
good.
to an hour. So.
I think so too. Real quick, I know talking to Tower, we were going to talk about. He wanted us to talk about some conspiracy theories.
Oh,
and I think that's a great idea. But at this point, we're at the 1 hour.
Right.
And I think we covered a lot. We talked about cooking. We talked about entertainment. I don't know what else. Legal advice, other shit, hit us up on Twitter, hit us up on Gmail.
And I do know on our Twitter account, a buddy of mine was saying that, he listened to QC once. I want to give him a shout out. Gamma, thanks for listening. And he wanted us to do like a top favorite, like our favorite frozen pizzas. So let's do that next time too. Yeah,
I love that. I like that post. Mm-hmm. Yeah, and he also said Up in the Air was a good movie. Did you watch that, by the way?
No, I couldn't. I thought it was on Netflix. I looked for it. I didn't see it there, and I did no other research to try to find it. So you
don't trust me or him, then? Is that what you're saying?
Nope.
Okay, I got it. Tiger King, though. Okay. Oh no. Okay. Fuck it.
I'll get to it. I just gotta find it first. So.
Yeah, I don't know where it's at either.
Won't find it in there. Your girl's in it. One of your girl's in it. I say
G. Clooney's in it. Like, yeah, you don't fucking okay. No, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I love that idea. The frozen pizza. We could definitely talk about that. I could talk. You're fucking Italian as fuck. We could talk about a pizza probably for a whole hour.
Yeah.
But no, I'm definitely down for that, and I'm down for Tower to get in some conspiracy theories on one of the next quarantine calls. But
because we're going to be in this bitch for a minute. So
we might be doing this for years, son.
Very true. Might be the only way we can do it. Listen, we'll do this hero shit as long as we can. Your word, not ours.
Right. Let your kids listen too. This is a family show.
Any shout out fuck yous? Of course you got to have them. I'll take them all.
Yeah, I got a lot, man. So for shout out, I have shouts out to Volcanic Peppers.
Hell yeah.
Shouts out to Oklahoma Joe's. Shouts out to Vito. Shouts out to the Degenerate Spencer. Shouts out JPEG. Shouts out Cam, and shouts out Lil Dicky. For fuck yous, I only have 2, which is kind of rare. But I have HBO for fucking up McMillions. And then I have a fuck you to Carol Baskin because I'm pretty sure she killed her husband.
Allegedly, spoiler alert.
Shit.
Let me go here. I'll give you shouts out first. I only gave one last quarantine call. I apologize about that. My mind just went down and with Anna Kendrick, and I just couldn't get past it. So shout out to all, again, all, the sanitation people, all the first responders like yourself, nurses, doctors, everybody that's working through this shit, making sure the world is as normal as it can be right now during these times. Definitely more than anybody right now, I think.
Oh, yeah, yeah. And real quick.
Great.
And I'm not trying to cut you off. I just want to, if I don't get it out, I'm going to forget it.
Like an hour ago.
No, try to support local businesses. You know what I mean? And by local businesses, I don't mean like Pizza Hut or McDonald's, but like your mom and pop stores that might not make it out of this. Try to support those, get your to-go plates, and try to support companies like that you don't want to lose. Not chain, again, I'm not saying go to Kentucky Fried Chicken. I'm saying go to your mom and pop stores. But yeah, support local business, and yeah, thanks for everybody who's out there grinding still.
Fuck yeah, man. Shouts out to Exotic Joe, man. Just out there doing your thing, man. I haven't finished it. I don't know how it plays out.
I don't hate him, dude. I don't hate him.
Yeah, I mean, he's a piece of shit, let's be honest. But
he for sure is, but I don't hate him.
I mean, the animals, just like his personality. I mean, he's out there doing his thing. It seems like he doesn't abuse his animals. I guess, I don't know. You could go down that rabbit hole that whole, with all that shit. But just shout out to him just because, man, his look more than anything. I think it's probably why. Because I think maybe that's usually his face is like a punchable face, but I see something like that, it makes me giggle. Like somebody who looks like that on purpose has got to be a little quirky, and they just need shouts out, I think, man.
He makes it work, man. A lot of people can't make that work. He makes it work.
Absolutely. Eyeliner and all. And then that's all I got for shouts out. Fuck you, coronavirus, as always. Permanent place on here.
Yeah.
For that. That's the only one I got. You know, I'm in a happy mood. You know, it's good.
Me too, man. Me too.
Pumped to talk to you. So I'm glad the move went fucking great. So
thanks, brother. I can't wait to get you up here.
Yeah, we'll get in there. We'll get into the zone. Get to BDC Studios, and maybe I won't stumble through so many podcasts. You know what I mean?
No, you're crushing it, bro.
No, it's great, man. It's always great talking to you. And I don't know, like, you know, how many more of these we're going to come out with, or like if they're going to be once a week, or what's going to happen. But man, I'm fucking enjoying them, man. Season 3, QC2. Anything else you got before we get out of here?
No, sir.
All right, man. Guys, remember, life's simple. Don't be a dick. Thanks, folks.
Motherfucker, yeah.
The original bad boy.